Okay, so this is IdentityTheft.gov. So this is how you can remove fraudulent inquiries from your credit report within, I've seen it between 7 days. It wipes out all the hard inquiries on your report. So I'm going to go through this step-by-step process on how and what you need to do. First things first, once this is completed, you will need to print it up, fold it, put it in an envelope with a copy of your ID and a form of address. So anything, a piece of mail, the easiest way to do it is a bank address from a bank statement. It has your name and your address, so they can verify that this is you. So the address needs to reflect your ID, so it needs to be the same. So you have a copy of your identity, a copy of your address verification from a bank statement or utility bill. And then once this is completed, you're also going to add this into the letter. Once that letter is finished, you'll address it to the 3 bureaus. So each one, you have to do 3 of these for all 3 bureaus. So you'll complete this step for Experian. You'll print out the FTC report. You'll then fold it up with a copy of your ID and a copy of address verification. You'll put it into a letter. You'll address that letter to the bureau's address, and you'll send it out certified mail. And I'll put all 3 bureaus' addresses at the bottom of this video in the course. And then I'll also have a template as well, what to put. So we will dive in. We will do this as the first bureau that we will do is Experian. So we're going to complete this as if we are filling this out for Experian. Once it's done and it's completed, we'll then do this process again for Equifax. Once Equifax completed, we'll then do this process again for TransUnion. So you need to do it for all 3 bureaus. So we'll get started. You'll do, I want to report identity theft, so you're going to do my information was exposed in a data breach. And then you're going to click Equifax. Someone has used my information to make purchases or open accounts. You're going to do credit cards because this is for inquiries. If it's loans and stuff like that, you'd do loans. But right now we're just focusing on hard inquiries. So we're going to do credit card accounts. Do continue. Tell us how this information was misused to open fraudulent credit card accounts. Go next. You're going to do continue. This part you can skip. You do continue. And this part, you'll have to put in your information, right? So I'm going to do Daniel Gonzalez for the United States. So once you put in your name, your phone number, I'm going to select mobile. I'm going to have a text. So I'm going to get my code. So it's sending the code right now. I'll pull up my phone. And I have received the code. We have 385573. We're going to verify. Boom. Code is verified. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Who is filling? You're filling out this complaint for myself. Then you're going to put in your date of birth. So once you got the code in, you're going to put in your date of birth, your current mailing address. So that mailing address, it needs to match your ID and the letter that you're sending it from. So once this is completed, you're packaging up this into an envelope, sending it certified mail. The mailing address needs to match where you're sending it from. So it needs to be your current mailing address. You don't have to put in how many years you live there. And then you're going to do no and then no. Then you're going to click continue. Do you know anything about the person who stole your identity? No, not this time. Have you reviewed a copy of your credit report? Yes. Was there any fraudulent accounts included into your credit report? Yes. I'm going to leave this part blank. And then this is where your credit analysis sheet comes in. So this is where you're going to put, it only lets you put 3. So if you have 20 inquiries, you're going to have to complete it on the next page. So right here, you're going to put in the first 3 from your credit analysis report. Since we're doing this first batch, first fill out for IdentityTheft.gov for Experian, you're going to put in the first 3 inquiries in your report. So for example, I'm going to do MACU then we do a dash, and then the date of the increase. So we'll just do 01, for example, 04, 24, 2022. And then you're going to add another one. You're going to add the next company. Boom, boom, boom. Same format as this, and it's going to let you add up to 3. Have you requested a fraud alert from one of? So once these 3 are done, you're going to move on to the next. Regardless, if you have more than 3, still do the first 3 from your credit analysis sheet. In this format, you're going to do the name of the company and the date of the inquiry. Local police department. No, I have not. Was your personal information exposed in a data breach? If so, you might have access free. So you're going to say yes, and you're going to check all 3 of these. Has a debt collector contact you? Yes. And you continue. And the personal statement, this is where you're going to add in the rest of the hard inquiries that you weren't able to include on that previous page, because the previous page only allowed you to put 3. Right here, we're going to put in the rest. So once you get to this page, this is where you're going to include the rest of the hard inquiries, right? So again, I'm going to reiterate that we're doing this for Experian. So we're doing one bureau at a time. So this is your Experian hard inquiries off your Experian report. And you're going to get that from your credit analysis sheet that you filled out from the previous video doing your credit analysis per bureau. So right here, you'll list the inquiries, not the ones that you already included in the previous page. So you did the top 3 or the first 3 inquiries, right? So now you're going to list the rest of them because it only allowed you to put in 3 on the last one on the last page. So right here, we're going to put in the rest, and it's going to be the same format. So for example, we're going to do JPMC. Let's see, you're going to do dash, and you're going to do the date. Let's do 01, 2022. Then you're going to do the next one. Let's say MACU dash, and then we're going to do the date 01, 2023. And you're going to continue to list all the other hard inquiries on to this page, right? So one is once you've completed that, you've added all the rest of the hard inquiries onto this page from your Experian credit report. You're good then. So this is the report that you need to print up and put into the envelope with your address verification and identity verification. So a copy of your ID, a copy of a bank statement with your address and name on it. And then you're going to throw this in here in that envelope as well. And this is going to go out for Experian. So you're going to click finalize. You're going to continue without an account, and you're going to save this document and print it up. And once this is saved, it's going to ask you to create an account within Identity Theft. You don't have to. So just do continue without an account, download the document so you have it. Then you're going to put this document, a copy of your address, a bank statement, and a copy of your ID. And all those 3 documents you're going to put to the side with an envelope. And then you're going to repeat this same process with IdentityTheft.gov with TransUnion. Once that's completed, you're going to put in the hard inquiries that were on your TransUnion account into this, exactly like how we did with Experian. Same thing, you're going to continue without creating an account with Identity Theft. You're going to print up the FTC report with the same thing. You're going to have another copy of your ID, another copy of a bank statement for address verification, and put that in its own pile. And then you're going to go back, do this again for TransUnion. You'll then have 3 piles of documents. Each one should have 3 pieces of paper per envelope. You're going to address those envelopes for those bureaus. So one envelope is going to be addressed to TransUnion. Another one's going to be addressed to Equifax. Another one's going to be addressed for Experian. I'll put the addresses below in this video. You're going to fold them up nice and neat, put them in an envelope, handwrite it, stamp it, and make sure you send it certified mail. And the reason we send it certified mail is because if they say, oh, no, we never got this letter, or if you never hear back from, they say, oh, yeah, it was received at this date. And legally, they have 30 days to respond back to this. So it's the law. They have 30 days to open and complete this case. So this is how you remove hard inquiries and fraudulent inquiries from your reports in a way that will be removed within 7 days. So in the next video, we're going to go into, how we fold them up, put them in there, send them certified mail, and how we track it. So the way that we track it is we're just going to look at our free credit monitoring services that we have accounts with. So Credit Karma, I'm just going to check Credit Karma every day for the next 7 days. Let's see if those inquiries got removed. And that's another reason why we have the credit analysis sheet, so you can see which ones were removed from your report. I've never had this not work. It is a great strategy, a great way to remove hard inquiries from your all 3 credit reports. And then once this is completed, hard inquiries are removed, then we're going to clean up your credit report, personal information, addresses, date of births. So we want everything to be accurate. So when a bank looks at a credit report and there's 5 different addresses, it looks risky. It looks like you move around all the time, that you can't hold a job, or however they look at it. So the next step after getting these hard inquiries removed is cleaning up the personal information on your credit reports. So we're going to go into that in the next video. I have a document that you'll have access to, that you'll fill out, and the same thing. You're going to put it in an envelope with a form of ID and a form of address verification, and you're going to send it via letter, certified mail. So we'll hop on to the next video. Hope this makes sense and helps you guys.